So today, when I ask questions, I expect you to respond together. How do I expect you to respond?
Together.
Perfect. And I would also like your eyes to be on me. So where do I want your eyes?
On you.
Thank you. Good job. And after we do our lessons, and while this is happening, I expect everyone to be working at your desk. So where do I want you guys to be? Where
At
your
your desk.
Perfect. So yesterday we learned how to identify the subject of a sentence. In the sentence, cats like milk, Lee, what is the subject of the sentence?
The cats.
Good. Well, that's the idea. Hold on it. Okay, cats. What?
Hover.
Is the trick. Good. Smart little So the second one, water is wet. Heidi, what is the subject of this sentence?
Water.
All right, good job.
Can you forget what
Okay. And for the third one, flowers bloom. Haley, what is the subject of this one that you have to do in your mouth? Alicia, you have to do your mouth too.
Okay, flowers.
Good job.
Class.
Okay. Great job, everyone, remembering what our subjects are. Okay, so on this screen, look at these two sentences and think in your heads which sentence looks like a complete sentence. Okay? Vivian, which one looks like a complete sentence to you?
The second one, the bottom one.
That's right. This one is the complete sentence because it has a capital letter and a period. So today, we are going to learn how to check for capitalized letters and punctuation to make sure that people know when our sentences begin and end.
Okay, so the first step to checking capitalization and punctuation is to look at the sentence. What is the first step?
Look at the sentence.
Okay, so I look at the sentence. It says, my mom shopped. And the second step, the second step is to look at the first letter. What is the second step?
Look at the first letter.
So I think to myself, what's the first letter? It's the M. I check to see if it's capital. In this case, I think to myself, the M is not capital, so I'm going to put an X. I'm going to cross out the letter because it's not capital. And so that's the second step. The third step, I'm going to check end punctuation. What's the third step?
Check end punctuation.
So I look to see if there's a punctuation mark at the end of the sentence. If there is one and it's correct, I leave it. But if there isn't one, then I cross out where the punctuation mark would be. So I'm going to cross out right here. And the fourth step is to rewrite the whole sentence. What is the fourth step?
Rewrite the whole sentence.
Excellent, class. Good job. So, okay, so I'm going to rewrite the whole sentence. Okay, so
Sometimes it
Make a comment.
Right there.
There it is. No.
Instead of clicking it, try this. Just put your pen just very close to the board.
really close.
I think what happened is these pens they need calibration or they need to activate, and so if you just leave it there. It still works.
That usually works.
Is there a calibrate button? Sometimes you have to
There's a little button on it.
Is that what happened?
Let's just give it.
I wonder if it's the battery is dead or
Maybe it's the battery. Okay.
Definitely a tablet.
Oh, haven't done mine yet.
There's some pores on there.
Try the other thing. Try the other
You're
thing.
doing good, Haley. You're super good.
You're super good at this.
Try the other
Positive
thing.
reinforcement and
See that?
praise.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Bring the tablet.
Okay. Does that?
Oh, there we go.
It worked.
Okay. So I rewrite this whole sentence, fixing the errors.
Yeah. Good job.
Okay. Now. Oh, I'm getting it. There we go. Okay, now we're gonna have some more practice.
Alright, so now class we're going to do one together. What is the first step?
Read the sentence.
Exactly, we read the sentence. So let's read the sentence. It says, I like food. Great. Now what is the second step that we do?
First letter.
Exactly, we check the first letter. So what is the first letter in this sentence?
I.
Yes, I is the first letter. And is it capitalized? That's right, it's not capitalized. So what do we need to do to the first letter?
Capitalize it.
That's right, we exit out.
Exit out.
Right, what is the third step we do?
Check in punctuation.
Exactly, we check in punctuation. Does this sentence have in punctuation?
Yeah.
It does. So what do we do?
Read it.
We leave it. Good job. Now what is the fourth step?
Write the sentence correctly.
That's right, we write the sentence correctly. So if we were going to write the sentence correctly, we would correct all the errors, and it would look like this.
I like food.
Is this a complete sentence?
Yes.
Good. So we have done everything to make this a complete sentence. Okay, let's do another example. Right. What is the first thing we do? Leave.
Check. We read the sentence.
That's right, we read the sentence. Heidi, would you read the sentence?
We have arms.
Yes. All right, what is the second step? Brittany. Check the first letter. That's right, we check the first letter. Lonnie, what is the first letter? W. That's right, W. And is it capitalized, Lonnie? No. It's not. So what do we have to do? Cross it. That's right, we cross it out. What is the third step that we do, Amanda?
We check in punctuation.
That's right, we check in punctuation. And does this sentence have in punctuation?
No, it does not.
You're right, it doesn't have in punctuation. So what do we need to do, Heidi?
Put an X at the end of it.
That's right, we put an X at the end of our sentence where a period would be. Right, what is the fourth and final step, Caitlin?
We write the sentence correctly.
That's right, we write the sentence correctly. So if you were going to write the sentence correctly, what would it look like, Mariah?
The capital W.
That's right. So like this. Yeah. Is this a complete sentence?
Yes.
That's right. So we've corrected everything. All right. Let's do one last example together. All right. Look at this sentence and go ahead and do the first step on your own. All right. What did you do, Ginny?
I checked the beginning for capitalization. Or I read the sentence.
That's right. You read the sentence.
I multitask.
So go ahead and think about what you would do for the second step. Vivian, what would you do for the second step?
Check the first letter.
That's right. And what would you do?
I would leave it because the T is capitalized.
That's exactly right. You would leave the T because it's capitalized. Now, Travis, what would you do for the third step?
Check the end of the sentence for punctuation.
Exactly. And what did you do for this sentence?
Put an X where there's supposed to be.
That's right. You put an X at the end of the sentence. So let's see what that looks like. There's the X. Now, Katie, what would you do for the fourth step?
I would rewrite the sentence to make it right.
That's right. So what would the sentence look like?
Turtles have shells with a period at the end.
Good job. So it would look like this. Okay. Yeah. That was on a worksheet, just so you know. This is the first sentence on the worksheet. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to independent practice. Okay, everyone, so now that you have your worksheets and we've done the first problem, I want you to continue working in your seats quietly. If you have any questions, raise your hand and I will be more than willing to come help you out. So go ahead and do the steps. Okay.
Great job today, class. You all did a great job catching capitalization errors and in punctuation errors. And don't forget to rewrite the sentence correctly after you've done all the steps. And I really liked how well you sat in your seats, and you did a great job with eyes on me. Tomorrow we'll work more on raising our hands. And so what did we learn today?
Capitalization and punctuation.
Excellent. That's right. And now we know how to check capitalization and punctuation. And people will be able to know when our sentences start and when they end. And tomorrow we'll be checking on what's in between the first letter and the end punctuation. So we'll be working more on verbs and subjects.